Welcome to Nearing Nirvana. This is episode 102 of Long Story Short.
All right, what's up,
102.
everybody? What's up? What's up? Happy Thursday night. Thank you for joining us. 102 episodes and counting. We got some good books to get into, so happy to do this. It looks like it just might be the Iron Trio tonight, but Joe is having some eye issues, and we may or may not be visited by Hunter here. But if not, uh, we'll still get it done. So
Yes, sir. All right. So big shout out to our sponsors over at Cover Price. Make sure you're using the code Nirvana14 for the 30-day unlimited membership for only 99 cents. Sorry if we're overlapping with the Shaker show. I wasn't paying attention to that. So, um, but whenever that show ends, Phil, thank you for jumping in and then catching us on the rewind if you went that far back and did that. But I feel like a lot of people do that. But I'm not
yeah, if
sure.
you watch us live on the rewind, we appreciate it. There's a lot of good content out there, so the fact that anybody's willing to spend some time with us, it's much appreciated.
And then big shout out to Bird City Comics. You can use the code Nirvana for a 10% discount on their website. So make sure you sign up for their text line so you don't miss all their exclusive drops. I know I was following their text line the other day and they offered free shipping for 24 hours off their website. So if you didn't take advantage of that, I feel sorry for you. So, but yeah.
Nothing
So
better than free shipping. Nothing better than free shipping. So
yeah. Alrighty. Normal rules apply. Make sure you pay market high prices for these books. Like even if it's a month later, make sure they're showing up on the almost 10. You know, buy them on eBay.
yeah, we're just
Don't
here
go
to
to the
help you guys.
shops.
We're just here to help you guys build a kick-ass collection at a reasonable price. Don't do stupid things with your money. It's hard enough to come by as it is. So that's all, right? Hunt,
Yeah.
hunt, hunt for these things. All right. This first book on the show tonight is for Carter. So Teenage Romance is number 9, a Matt Baker cover, a 7.5 sold way back in 2018 for 10 grand, almost 11 grand. Only 12 of these on the census, but it's the word bubbles that really take this one to a next level. Carter, do you mind reading it to us? Can you read
Yeah.
the word bubble?
You'll never get him. You'll never get him back, and that little cheat will do anything to hold Dick.
Yes.
And you thought Archie was the only one to have innuendo.
Damn. I'm still waiting for that one Archie cover where somebody's like dragging like a donkey and like the caption reads, "My ass is worn out."
Oh, did you read the second part of it though?
But he doesn't. But he doesn't know the things I do. But he does. Oh, but he doesn't know the things I do about her. Just wait till I get him alone.
I don't know who once again, teenagers in the 50s, I guess, were, well more advanced than when we were growing up. But yeah, this is a really awesome Matt Baker. I never see this book ever show up, ever.
I
We've never
give
covered this one on Hot Book Alert, have we, Carter?
no
I don't think we ever have.
in this issue. Do I give my lips to Frick? God dang! Everything about this is too
if
much.
if anyone has this book out there, I will trade you all my Archie innuendo books for this one.
This book should have been in Seduction of the Innocent.
Yeah, seriously, right?
Wortham was right.
Yeah.
But yeah, just a Matt Baker ghost. All of these are super collectible. In any grade, really. It really doesn't matter. You just get your hands on one of them. But
Oh, I forgot to mention. I haven't mailed away my giveaway for episode 100. I printed out your shipping label, so I'll try to get that packed tonight after the show. So sorry for.
I got mine out.
Yeah, I'm feeling like I'm slacking. I have the label printed. I have the book set aside. I'll be throwing in extra stuff. So all right.
Let's keep going. All right. This book kind of I posted this one on Instagram a while back, and I want to have a conversation about it. Boots and Her Buddies, number 5. This is an Edgar Martin cover. Standard Comics from 1948. An 8.5 of this sold for $657, which I think by any objective measure is a steal. Only 4 of these on the census. What is the story of Boots and Her Buddies, do you think?
Because it has to deal with her first name, which is Knockin'.
That's her nickname. Man, we call her Boots, man. Why you call her that, man? Because we be knocking them. Damn. This is a throuple cover.
Yeah, another one that probably should have been in Seduction of the Innocent. So,
but she's not wearing boots either. So I mean, if she was wearing boots, I would tend to believe that was her actual name.
Yeah, I mean, you got
for the streets.
You've got the blonde in the red dress, which is a staple of the Golden Age. But I don't know if that's Howard Stark there with the blue towel around his neck or not. But,
prototype.
Precursor, first appearance.
That's a prototype.
Anyways, man, I would love, I just gotta go online and read these books. Like, what the hell was going on in these things? But from another time. So, anyways, let's keep the show going. Carter, I put this one on the show specifically for you. I know you love this book, but I don't think a lot of people appreciate the history. So I didn't prep you, but this one's all you, man.
So this is Tim Holt 30. I've been after this for a while. This is like probably the outside of the first appearance of the Golden Age Ghost Rider. This is like, I would say these are both neck and neck, honestly. So Tim Holt, number 11, first appearance of Golden Age Ghost Rider. And then you have Tim Holt, number 30. So you have the Lady Doom cover, and you have her Wheel of Death. And you have Death by Knife, Death by Fire, Death by Rope. So these deaths were featured or were written in the Zodiac Killer's notes to, what was it, the San Francisco Journal or something like that?
The Chronicle or something.
Chronicle.
Like that,
yeah. And people picked up that he must have read Tim Holt number 30 back in the day. The unknown Zodiac Killer, by the way, he's probably still out there. So
I thought there was a theory that he's dead.
Probably. Well, yeah. It was. Yeah. When was it? The 70s. He at least old as hell.
Yeah, I thought it was older than that, wasn't it?
Zodiac Killer.
Late 60s, maybe at the latest.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, so he would write these notes like
1968.
Okay, yeah, antagonizing the police and the public, and in the letters, I think it was like death by rope, death by fire, death by gun, and so that's how this book, on top of it being like an amazing cover. This cover is so, like, even if it didn't even have that Zodiac Killer connection, the cover just by itself,
stunning.
Yeah,
from the collection of the Zodiac Killer.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, this book is phenomenal. Frank Boley cover. I feel like some of the Western stuff with the good girl art on it, I think is probably still undervalued. I think currently.
Next to blow.
Um,
Next to blow up.
yeah. So keep an eye open for those as you're digging.
What else did I want to say about this? I can't think anything. But I love.
Have you read into this in the wild, or is it one of those books that gets like snatched up, like if it does show up?
No, I
Oh
don't
yeah,
see
this book is gobbled. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay,
If you find this in the wild, you're having a good day. I think.
gotcha.
If you find it cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, because 5.5 sold. We covered that one on Hot Book Alert. The 5.5 that sold for almost $3,000 back in October.
Wow. All right.
There's nothing that serious about this book, but it's that it goes back to that girl in the glass tube thing that was so prevalent during the Golden Age. This is House of Mystery number 72. Ruben Moria cover. 9.4 sold for $3,300 back in 2021. Only 4 of these on the census. There's nothing really to say about this, although it looks like she's on her phone, which shouldn't really be possible when this book came out. And the fact that they just felt the need to stick her in a glass tube like that is just perverse, to say the least.
This feels like it predicted COVID hysteria.
On the nose.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I never know, because I love House of like these Silver Age House of Mysteries. I never noticed this cover before.
So this is a Batman spinoff, right? Yeah, Alfred in the back, Bruce Wayne like drinking wine.
There's Bruce for sure.
Iceman.
Vicky Vale.
Who's in the bubble?
Vicky.
Was this?
Yeah, that's Vicky Vale.
Yeah. Yeah, just a book that I've admired. It's not a crazy price book, but it's cool nonetheless.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this era of House of Mystery always has been fun to me. It actually has a very Mike Allred style to it. But this is a Jim Mooney cover. A 9.6 of this sold for $660 back in 2021. Only 19 on the census. And this is that whole Dial H for Hero like segment that they did within House of Mystery of this era here. But I've always just appreciated the vibe of these books. Like I said, they're not crazy prices, but they're fun as hell.
That's a pretty crazy jack-o'-lantern.
Oh yeah,
or Jack in the Box, brother.
But am I wrong by saying it kind of has an Allred vibe to it a little bit?
No. It looks exactly like Mike Allred.
I don't know if he was inspired by Mooney or not, but I mean, when I see this, it could almost be like a modern homage to, or a modern throwback style cover.
Yeah.
But yeah, nothing more to these other than I grab this kind of stuff when I see it for cheap. All right. All right. You want to take this one, Carter? I don't know what to say about this one, man. So.
I'm surprised we never talked about this before. Have we?
No,
I think
we never have, man.
I thought we talked about this a long time ago, or maybe we just talked about it in chats.
I don't think it's been on the show. If it was, it was one of the ones I missed. Maybe I don't remember talking, unless it was on like one of McClay's shows or something. But
okay. Yeah, I mean it because it looks familiar. I mean, it definitely looks like a Kanye like Taylor Swift spoof kind of situation.
Yeah, it's like I've seen this cover before, but when I had seen it though this week, I'm just like, oh, maybe we did talk about it, but no. But at any rate, so Grim Tales of Terror, So this is April Fool special or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, and so this came out in 2017, and it looks like it's spoofing the when Kanye took the mic from Taylor Swift at the MTV, I want to say Video Music Awards.
I thought they were presenting together in like
No,
2006.
no, she
No.
won okay, so she wins an award. She gets up on stage and is about to talk. Kanye West jumps up out of his seat, and I believe he grabbed the mic from her or had a mic in his hand and just kind of like out over talked her. And he goes, Beyonce should have won
I'm gonna let you
this.
finish. I'm gonna let you.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yep. Now I know. Now I remember. Yeah, she's like, I'm gonna let you finish, but Beyonce should have won an award for like a previous category.
Yeah.
And then
okay, because I think they made a Tops Now baseball card of that situation as well.
Can see that being hugely collectible, man. Yeah, this was back in 2017, and a 9.8 just sold for $120.
yeah,
Wow.
that went. That seems cheap.
Only
Considering.
second
4.4 on the
census.
census.
Yeah.
I mean, this was the cover A for this, so I mean, they've got to be out there. But it's funny that I've never seen this thing digging anywhere.
Exactly. Like this is the type of thing. If I'd seen it, I would have just like grabbed it in whatever remaining copies were at the store.
Yeah, it's a weird one. If we have talked about it, I blacked it out or I wasn't there because I don't remember talking about this book. So.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm just on too many podcasts and remember it from somewhere like that. Anyways.
Yeah. But yeah, given how hot Taylor Swift got, you're surprised this one didn't sort of pop up during that period, you know?
Exactly.
It's because it wasn't a tidal wave book.
Oh my gosh, those
All right. What do we got next? All right. Soulfire number 2 from 2006. This is a Michael Turner cover, and I just put it on because I mean it's striking, but it doesn't, he really kind of tweaked his style on this one, right? I mean, you can see it, but he definitely went a little bit of different direction on this. This was a Roop World exclusive. It was limited to 3,500. A 9.8 sold back in 2020 for $120, which is respectable. 71 on the census, 45 9.8s, and 35 of these are signature series. But I think collectible Mike Turner covers will become, more in demand as time goes on. And this is far from his best. I just liked how it had a different vibe from a lot of his other stuff.
it looks like an animation cell.
I like the negative space look to this with the hair. Yeah, they did really good with this.
There's a lot going on that shouldn't work, but it does.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's just something that's eye-catching about this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd like to have one.
This would be a cool print too.
They have made prints of this. I think they're on the Aspen website or posters of it or whatever. So it was important enough where they felt the need to make more of them.
Here, I'll dox my address if anyone wants to mail me one. No, sure.
But yeah, rest in peace, Michael Turner. I'm going to keep an eye open for this one. So
there seems to be
the Kanye Taylor Swift thing at the VMAs was in 2009, 15 years ago.
2009? You got to be kidding me.
Oh, those were the years I wasn't watching TV.
Thank you, Derek, for dating us tonight. Jeez. All right.
Yeah, I was in college during that time period, and I wasn't watching TV. Not because I was busy, or not because I didn't have anything to do, or not because I was too busy. It was because I think I was partying too much, and then I just didn't watch TV.
You had better things to be doing than watching the VMAs. So
yeah. I was probably at a punk show, so
Yeah, I mean that's what
'Cause-
I spent my time in college doing. So
yes, I mean, like, because all the people going to punk shows, they definitely sit around talking about VMAs.
all right, another beautiful Michael Turner, Soulfire #5 from 2010. This is from Motor City Comic Con. It was only limited to 500. There haven't been really any recent sales of this, but I just had to mention it. Just a good looking cover.
You know who you need to ask to see who has this, right?
Who's that?
Dino.
Oh, Dino has a big Turner. Oh, because it's from Motor City. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never seen him talk about this, but we'll ask him. We'll ask him on Sunday.
Maybe JC.
Shroom years.
Once again, I mean, this is this is really playing on the idea that harder to get Turners will probably grow in demand as the years go on.
Huh. Yeah.
Welcome in, everyone that's just now joining us. Thank you so much.
But yeah, I don't have that one, but I would love to. All right, so I missed this one from NYCC. I don't remember anybody talking about this. World Tree #1. This is the Tiny Onion exclusive.
Oh, I actually did hear about this one. I thought it looked familiar.
I didn't
So
see. Was it on? Did anybody cover it? I didn't see it like on any of the. I mean, of the shows that I watch. I mean, admittedly, I don't watch them all.
So, so what Tinian was doing was they did the bootleg version again, and that's what this is. So, because I think last year they did one for the Department of Truth, right?
Yes.
Where it has that Xerox copy look to it, and
Yeah.
I think they did something similar for World Tree this year, where
So was
it
this
was
like at their event that they do outside of the con? Like, you have to go to that event or whatever it is.
right. That if you're a member of the Tiny Onion Club, you can get a pass for it if you're attending New York City Comic Con. And then I think it's like one of those situations where I don't know if they sell them or if they hand them out. I would assume they sell them, but I don't know for sure.
Regardless, it's a kind of book that I would love to get my hands on. But when all of the NYCC hot lists were coming up, this one wasn't anywhere to be found on it that I saw.
Well, because
I guess
I mean, it reminds me of the old like Macintosh.
Oh yeah, big time.
Man, yeah. I thought you were about to pull one out.
Oh no, no. But yeah, World Tree's been a fun read. I was looking at all of the variants for it though, like between the variants that were released by Boom. Is this Boom or Image? Is this Image? I forget.
Image.
Image, yeah.
Oh, Image. Oh, yeah.
But then all of the exclusives, like if your goal is to collect all the stuff, like there's so much, it's unbelievable. It's really unbelievable.
Does this thing exist? Because I'm not seeing anything on this.
On like eBay or anything?
Yeah, no like Google Images or.
It does exist. I saw one out there.
Huh.
But
I mean,
I would imagine people are probably hanging on to it.
Yeah, most of the people that go to that Tiny Onion event are hardcore Tinian fans, so it's likely to go to collectors like that are holding on to it.
Damn, I'm not seeing anything.
World Tree is also a hard one to search for. You got to make sure that O is a 0, and
let's see.
Oh, this was on every New York City Whatnot stream.
Oh, okay, I see it now.
So maybe all 250 copies were there. And I'm shaking.
So they were selling this from the con on Whatnot, I guess. Is that what they're saying?
Or multiple sellers.
Okay.
So like people like Davis Ryder or Comic Tom. So I mean, they
Yeah,
attend all the cons, so they probably know the right people to talk to.
yeah, I don't know. I guess I just missed this thing. I just came across it this week, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" And it kind of caught me by surprise.
Yeah.
All right. What's next? All right, Carter. This one's yours, man. I just threw it on here. You dropped it in the chat.
Oh yeah. I don't know that much about it, but it's Felt number 0 from Image. I just was I like the composition of the cover and the art style. I always figured if and I think the character is well rendered as well. So I forget what. I think this came out in like early 2000s. I want to say like
Oh
2003.
yeah, I didn't put the dates on there. I think that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I thought the cover was pretty striking.
Yeah,
And
very good looking cover. I mean,
mm-hmm.
Jim Mayfood is has a following for sure. May or Mafu? How do you pronounce his last name?
Mahfood.
Mahfood.
Yeah.
5 of these in 9.8, 11 of them on the census. But yeah, I mean this is one of those books in the dollar bins. You're seeing this; it's coming home with you, right? You're not leaving this one behind.
Absolutely. I've never seen this book before, though. That's the thing. And it seems like an early 2000s Image. Like when I think back at that time, like I see a lot of those in dollar bins, but not anything like this, though. You know?
I don't recall coming across it because I would have grabbed it for sure. It is just the one issue though. Like there's nothing else behind it. It's just this and that's it. So
So what, 2005? Yeah. So yeah, that time frame.
Oh man, I'm breaking the rules. I just bought the Department of Truth, or not the Department of Truth, but the World Tree bootleg.
You're breaking our own rules, Aaron.
Live
on the show.
Live on the show. Like I'm gonna do it. I found a copy for $40 plus shipping.
Oh, nice. All right. I can't.
So yeah, so all you have to do is type World Tree number 1 and then add bootleg at the end of it.
All right.
All right, sorry, I got distracted by breaking the rules.
No, it's all right, man. You're breaking the rules. It's hard to follow the rules and
Yep. Especially since I didn't make it to New York City Comic-Con, so
yeah, I guess it's cheaper than going there. All right, this one's yours, Carter.
So this is Supergirl and the Legion of Superheroes 16. So this is a second print sketch cover. I always figured if you can't find number 23, this is the next best thing as far as I'm concerned. It's good, just a good looking sketch. I think all of us can appreciate a sketch cover.
Oh yeah,
I like them. Some people don't care for them, but I always enjoy them because just the line work from these artists is really good. This is Kitson and Gray who did this. So let me ask you this question. So Legion of Superheroes, like Lost 23, right? 2006, a 1 in 10. Is that the book that starts the variant age of comics? I feel like it has to be. Like that was the book that started the variant age, because back in the Google Plus days, I mean, like that book was all the rage. I just really feel like that if you're going to have a defining moment of a new age, and I think the variant age is a perfectly acceptable title, you'd be hard pressed to convince me that there's a better book to start it with than that.
You wouldn't consider, like, I don't know, like DC Universe ones or anything like that, or is that not enough of a variant to like really be within that realm?
I just feel like that Lost 23. I mean, it stands head and shoulders above, most other variants. I mean, it really.
I see. Yeah, I mean, because you have iconic artists, and then you're also into. It also has that 1 in 10 vibe, or it's a 1 in 10 incentive, but because incentives aren't what they are now,
Yeah, they weren't at the time, but
that's why it's also so rare, because stores are probably not buying 10 copies of Lost, whatever.
and
wow.
it's one of those books that's just gonna stay in people's collection. It doesn't. I mean, you can always find them for sale, but
yeah,
they're
but
not.
like at 100 times ratio price.
Oh, well, yeah, or more. So I just feel like if you're gonna pick a book to start the new age of comics, December 2006, Lost 23, I think is when that started.
I would agree with that, because if it had come out later, I would say no. But since it came out in that, like, basically the mid 2000s, when nobody was really checking for variants like that, I would say yeah. Because I
Yeah,
remember, do you remember Phoenix End Song?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so there was like a bunch of like Greg Land variants, or rather just like a Greg Land variant. And I remember seeing it and going, "Oh man, this thing it's like a different cover. So this thing has got to be
Yeah.
worth something." But that never
Yeah.
caught on. And then you had the variant for Captain America 6, first appearance of Winter Soldier, right?
Yeah, that was definitely early. Yeah, that was the
What,
Bucky one.
what year was that? Captain America
Was that
6.
2006 as well?
Let's see. Let's look it up.
What's going on, Big Leg? What's going on, Tony? You both have the links, so I don't know why you aren't jumping on.
What's up, boys? Thanks for tuning in.
No pressure.
Okay, so that was 2005, but that
Okay.
kind of that kind of didn't catch on,
I
because
felt
I
that
mean, yeah,
catch on a little bit later.
just
Like
a little bit, yeah.
when Lost 23 hit, it lit a fire under the community, it felt like at the time, like in a way
Mhm.
that we hadn't seen in a while.
Exactly. Yeah.
Um,
Okay, so that came out in 2005, and then you had the variant for Astonishing X-Men number 4, The Return of Colossus. It
yep.
was like and it was funny because that variant came out like after, like maybe a week or so after the after the actual regular issue had come out, because it was like a spoiler cover,
Yep. Yep.
if you remember. And I thought that would be worth something, and not really. You know
Yeah,
what I
that
mean?
never really, that never really went crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Lost 23, it just, it felt like that book hit a different level that we haven't seen in a while.
So,
And
and we were talking. This is 18 years ago now.
yeah, yeah,
So this book is almost like, 23 is almost 20 years ago.
coming up. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
coming up.
yeah, before you know it. But anyways, not to get too sidetracked here. This book, in and of itself, is a beautiful book for anybody's collection. Supergirl covers, hugely collectible, and we all love cool second prints. So, all right.
And then big shout out to Big Leg. He is getting prepped for eBay live sale, so make sure you are following him on eBay. His seller name I know is Big Leg, but I don't know what his /@ URL is.
We'll try to wrap up this show so you guys can all go over there and buy all of his books. So,
hey, Big Leg, put your link to your show in the Instagram chat, and I'll post it on the live video. Oh, I got it. Okay, so I can do that.
Yeah, I want to see. I want to see what he got for sale.
Oh wait, that didn't work. Maybe I need the /in.
Oh, and then you got the damn that because somebody brought up what the
Third in Instagram is not working for me, and
the
I'll
white
post it.
Spidey, the white Spidey was probably. I was so obsessed with Ultimate Spider-Man. All three of those covers were a pretty big deal for me back in the day. But even so, like they commanded a premium, but the frenzy wasn't quite there in the same way for Lost 23. But that White Spider-Man was an awesome book.
All
White
right.
Out.
What do we have next?
All right,
Okay.
Carter, this one was yours.
Yeah. This is a book I actually had because I come across this book like just doing an eBay search, and I'm like, oh yeah, I have this. And so comic book. So this is comic book lettering, the comic craft way. And so yeah, Brian Bolland cover, and on the back is a J. Scott Campbell image.
You know what I love about the back? If you go to it, Aaron, it's the next slide. What does it say up there? Girls can't.
Girls can't resist
Yeah.
a man who knows how to letter comic books.
Which is true. I mean, there's no true words have never been spoken. Like once they find out how good at lettering comics you are, it's game over. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just look at Tom Orzechowski.
All right, I posted the link to Big Legs eBay live event in the chat. So make sure you bookmark it or click. I'll post it again at the end of the show. So
yeah, this is a cool book. I mean, Campbell on the back, Bolland on the front. A book dedicated to lettering comics. I mean, what else can you ask for?
I'm a sucker for like comic book tutorials, how-to comic book tutorials.
Yeah, man. I mean,
I do like those books.
I still remember my copy of How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way. I mean,
Yeah.
from when I was a kid, man.
And they also have the how to write for comic books,
Yeah.
and they get like famous writers to. Alrighty, what do we have next?
All right, this is a recent release, Darkstalkers #1. This is the 20th anniversary edition by Uden Studios. This is an Ickpot cover. He is blowing up in a big way, and this one I just felt like flew under the radar a little bit this year. It was only available on Uden Studios' website, if I'm not mistaken.
Hey, what's going on here? Okay, was this the?
She's not forking around.
Is this okay? Is this the same artist that did that? The Street Fighter cover, right?
Yeah, the cover that we talked about last week that went crazy. The bride, wherever she was sitting on the bed, and then he had that Street Fighter cover. I've got one there. He did this one actually, this year. But yeah, he's really kind of coming on in a big way. But this one's a little bit more subtle. But I just haven't heard it really come up in conversation that much.
She's got a Uzi.
An apple and an Uzi.
Okay, so that looks okay. So the apple has a clock on it, so I got to imagine that thing is basically a time bomb.
Lord of Brooklyn, it's nothing new for Ickpot with these big hits. Oh, I read that wrong.
Hey, Alex, what's up? Glad you got your book, buddy. Hope it showed up safe and sound. Thank you for the super chat. Not needed, but much appreciated. Thank you so much.
Sweet. That covers the shipping to your house.
Anyways, yeah, this is a cool book to grab if you can find it at the right price.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing wrong with this book.
Liger, it's a game to fork around and find out.
All right, this one's
yours. So this is the Fringe preview edition. Well, so it's basically just a blank cover, but I I could have swore this book went for something. Because I was like looking up eBay prices, and I
I
could
think
have.
you sent me one that maybe went for $100 raw. Maybe.
Yeah. And so this is 2008 before like before the blank covers were actually a thing, and all you have is just just like the Fringe, I guess you call it logo on the
I mean, this
cover.
was super thin. This book, it was like
3
10
pages.
pages or something.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it was super skinny. This thing.
Mm-hmm. For whatever reason, it looks expensive.
Only 15 on the census, so not a ton of them.
Yeah.
It has an Apple approach, super minimalist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's like that all white background, like it's like almost like a pamphlet or whatever.
Larry Joe's got 4 of these. You should up your numbers, man. You can make that 5 of 14 if you got 4 of these.
How many of the 9/8 are yours from the census? Is it 4 out of the 14?
But this was a TV show, right? This is for the TV show. That was it was a promo for that.
Yeah.
White background. Got to watch those fingerprints. That's true. Or just have clean, dry hands.
I forget. Dude, I totally forget the premise of the show.
I remember watching it, but I can't freaking remember anything about it.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for like the other variants, not Tales from the Fringe, where they're homaging those superhero variants, but I'm just waiting for like the just like the regular variants to kind of catch on.
Yeah, I mean those Tales from the Fringe ratios are tough. Every damn one of them are tough to get.
Mm-hmm.
I have not seen Vaughn in the live show. I know he catches on the rewind sometimes now, and he'll comment every so often.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe his schedule changed. Vaughn was he would run the gamut most nights, or run the gauntlet most nights. So,
yep.
All right, let's. All right, so this is just a throwback that you kind of have to love a little bit. Onslaught Marvel Universe #1. This is a 22 karat gold foil variant, limited to 2,000 by Marvel in 1996. A 9/8 last sold of this book for $301 back in 2021. 131 copies on the census, 48 and 9.8. And this one just kind of hits the nostalgia nerve a little bit, just this era of Marvel. But never had one, but would love to have one.
What's this comic book made out of? Gold? Yes.
And it came with a certificate. If you go to the next slide, Aaron, I think I threw it in there, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so it came with one of these things to make sure it was official.
See, this was the height of that comic book boom right there. Like that. This is when the bottom fell out. Like around
this might have been the peak. This is what blew the fucking thing apart. So.
Yep. This is when Marvel got too big for its britches.
Yeah, this might be the book that did it, but
regardless, I'm already buying a chromium embossed edition. Why do I need a 22 gold foil carry edition?
Yeah, there's just something about it though that just takes me back, and there's nothing wrong with that.
What kind of retailer would get this in 1996? It's called Toys R Us, sir. No, I don't know. I would guess it's probably like what, a direct market book.
I think this must have gone right to stores. I mean, shops. I mean,
it's like the type of book. Do you remember when they were doing when it was like QVC or Home Shopping Network? They would sell comics.
Yeah,
It seems like that type of thing. I remember, man. Like I would, like you could, when you would look in the like the cable guide, they would give you when you had cable, they would give you like it was something like a TV guide, and I would like scan to see when they would be selling comic books, like back in the early 90s, because they would actually have it scheduled for comic book sales.
So
I'll tell you
Paper
what,
Chaser Comics is selling this right now on consignment for a guy who used to have a shop that closed in 2000.
and this is the book that probably put him out of business. But you know, one of the best damn things back in that era was when That's Entertainment showed up in the mailbox. I mean, the catalog. I mean, anybody ever order from those guys?
Yes. I ordered 2 copies. It was like Entertainment this month, American Entertainment, and
sorry, maybe it was American, not that. Yeah, it was maybe it was American Entertainment.
It was like both. It was like both of those companies were like the same.
Yeah,
you know. And I ordered 2 copies of Superman 75 polybag, right? And they only sent me 1.
Those bastards, man. I mean,
They
they
only
only
sent you
printed
one.
6 million. and they still shortchanged you. I remember ordering Wetworks from those guys, and that damn book got delayed almost forever. I just every like day I would go to the mailbox.
I got out of comics by the time Wetworks #1 came out.
I ordered it and I'd fallen out of the hobby by the time. All right. This is Kong Skull Island #1. This is an Adam Hughes NYCC variant from 2016, I believe. Maybe 16, I think. I grabbed this at a small show last week. I'd never seen this before. It's certainly not what you think about when you think about Adam Hughes, maybe. But it's a really good looking book nonetheless. And I got it from a great guy in the community, goes by Norgel Ray, sold it with me for $5. So couldn't say no to it. But yeah, just a good looking book. It's another one of those books where 17 on the census, 15 are signature series. But yeah, just a well done Adam Hughes that if you first looked at it, you might not think Adam Hughes.
No, I had to look for the awe.
It's down there in the lower left-hand corner.
Yeah. He was too ahead of his time for the Kong stuff,
Yeah.
That Godzilla, King Kong, like all that stuff is like now just like popping off. Like look how many variants we see for each of those titles.
Did it say Adam Hughes cover on the sticker?
When he sold it, he had a little sticker on it that said he just wrote AH with the exclamation point on the sticker.
Would you have known if you didn't?
I wouldn't have. I was just going. It was on the table, and it looked kind of cool. And I'm like, and I saw that. I'm like, really? I picked it up, and I'm like, and the guy gives me ridiculous. I mean, he's a great dude. I mean, a really great dude. But it gives me ridiculously good deals. He sold me this Jetta #7 for $10. Now, it's missing the back cover, but even so, for $10, I mean, you never see these books in the wild. And he watches all of our shows, and he knew that I liked it. He held it aside for me. So,
nice.
If you're watching, buddy, appreciate you, man. I hope all's well. All right. So I grabbed this book from James Kreider last week or the week before, and so I was talking with Mark Spears about this book on Instagram, and he told me that they only printed 64 copies of this thing.
Oh, that's cool.
So this is one of his Kickstarters. Now, Keen Spot is doing the reprints, right? So this book will come out when the rest of them come out. And it'll probably be heavily ordered. But I love witch covers. This is an Adam Hughes homage. But the fact that there's only 64 of these, I don't know. It seems like something that could be highly
rare
sought
deadline
at some point in the future. But
once this book releases,
yeah. When I saw this, I couldn't place what the homage was, to be honest with you. But Carter pointed out it was what was the book, Carter?
JSA Classified.
Yeah,
number
JSA
one.
Classic.
Oh,
With the plane behind her.
Yeah.
I see it now.
Yeah.
But,
I didn't see that first either.
um,
Don't make me regret selling this.
well, dude, you've got another one, so like it's not like you're out of the game. So,
No.
anyways, thank you, brother. Much appreciated.
Hey James, tell me your last one. No, I'm joking.
But yeah, I mean, so many of those Kickstarters that he put out had low print runs on them. I'm not implying by any means that this is the lowest at all. There were some add-ons that were super low, but 64 by any objective number is pretty low. So yeah, a fun book. All right, this one is a shout out to our friend Tony, E-Man Tony Smokes. This is a Cedric Poulet variant. We talked about on the show some of his older ones. He's sort of blowing up in his own right. And Tony hit me up one night. He's like, "Hey, don't fall asleep on this one," and pointed me in the direction where one was being sold. This is just listed as a rare variant by Dynamite. It's not a ratio that I can tell. They just listed as a rare variant. There's a trade dress version of this one, and then there's the Virgin. A 9/8 of this book sold for $75 in 2020. It came out in 2015. Only 5 of these on the census. You can see his style has certainly evolved over the years, but who the hell doesn't love Vampy with an umbrella?
Yep. JD loves this.
JD's got good taste. All right. Let's keep. All right. We're going to end the show on this book because I think it's just an interesting conversation piece. So this is Heat Seeker Combustion number 1. So this book came in a blind bag by Titan. So you didn't know the version that you were going to get. Cover Price had 11 different versions of this on their website.
Oh, geez.
So here's a subset. This is obviously only an additional 8, but they're all variations of it. Now, I'm wondering how many, because I bought one of these, and I'm going to show this quickly. The version that I got is all not on there. Not going to look for too long. You'll turn to stone. But I'm wondering how many different versions of this book are really out there, and are some more rare than others? Are they all equally distributed? I'm curious to see sort of how this plays itself out, because this, love them or hate them, right? The Whatnot packs lit a fire under the community a little bit, and I just think we're going to start to see more and more of this gimmick come to the forefront over the next several years, and I think it probably will blow itself up, but before it does that, it has the potential to pull a lot of people into the hobby, like all the gimmicks in the 90s did, and maybe bring a new generation of collectors into comics. We'll see. But this one I want to keep an eye on, like how many of these are there, because like I said, 11 is what Cover Price had. They cover this space as good as anybody. I bought one that I couldn't find anywhere. So are there 20? Are there 50? Like how many different variants of these are there out there?
Do you appreciate books like this?
I kind of appreciate the idea that you can't pick the one you want.
I like the concept of it for the since PSA is entering into the grading realm. So I think it's kind of lining up perfectly with these publishers putting like blind packs out there because of how many people in sports cards rip open packs. And so like if they're actually trying to win over people in that hobby into comics, I think it's a smooth transition.
I'm just
Okay.
more intrigued by it. I don't know if I like it or not. I just bought one, like but when I opened mine and I could not find it solicited anywhere, it just made me wonder, like, okay, how far did they take this? Is it rare? Is there 50? They're all equally printed. I'm curious to see what game they're playing here and what buzz they're trying to create.
JD, the top right version is the Roxanne version.
So I don't know what becomes of this, to be honest with you. This probably goes nowhere. But if there is a couple of books that become, chase books in these, it'd be interesting to know. I hit Devo up about it, and he must be tied up because he didn't get back to me on it, like if he knew any more about it. But this is the kind of thing they might cover tomorrow night. Their Friday night show is fantastic. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just curious, how many covers are there, and are there some more limited than others?
Well, something that's killing the children number 0 did the blind bag variant also, and they only have 3 different versions.
Yeah.
And the chase is the chainsaw one.
So my question is, okay, so let's just say they did 20 versions. I'm making this up, right? Let's say they did 20 versions and they sold, I don't know. There's a lot of different covers for this title. So I don't, and this is $10 to buy into this. Let's just said for they do 25,000. So, that means every one of these books, if they're equally distributed, are relatively rare. Not like super rare, but relatively rare.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just curious to see how this shakes out. Maybe it goes nowhere. More likely than not, it goes nowhere. But
they're holding back copies for convention versions.
Are they?
No, I don't know. I'm just making up.
But
you believed it.
I'm sure, like, people are going to see these and like, I want them all, right? I want all whatever.
How many? I want the full rainbow. Yeah.
Yeah. So. I don't know. We'll see. I just thought this was interesting that they had these variants, but you can't pick the one that you want. You just got to go in blind.
Oh, geez.
There was just something novel about that.
Yeah. All right.
What's up, Sylvester?
Hey,
yep.
Hey, can I plug before you start? I just did a haul video on my channel this morning. So
I still haven't seen it, and like, they're my favorite videos. So I'm saving it for tomorrow. So.
Right on.
I saw the notification coming home from work, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna.
And then, are y'all doing Hot Book Alert Sunday?
Sunday, yes, every Sunday.
Okay, and then I'm assuming next week we're not doing a show on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we probably should skip that one.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, otherwise I'm going to be sitting here eating turkey, and then, like, I'm not talking comics. You're watching me eat food. We're changing the format of the stream.
It'll be just like it'll be a watch a football stream. Some shit like that.
Yeah.
Hey,
no Thanksgiving special.
Watch me take a nap stream.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, anyways, everyone have a great Thanksgiving next week. So we're skipping out. So don't expect
Thanksgiving is next week.
Yeah,
isn't it?
Oh gosh, yeah. But
I thought I was off on the calendar, but I'm pretty sure it's next week.
Yeah, but I just can't believe it.
Yeah, this year is zipped by. But anyways, yeah. Hopefully everyone gets to spend time with family and all that. I think we're doing a Hot 10. I know I've said that for the last few weeks, and I think we did do one last week, but there's been a couple weeks where we've missed out. But thank you so much for joining us tonight. Make sure you're liking and subscribing to the channel so you don't miss all the other great content that shows up here. On Saturday, we have Saturday Morning Toy Box. Monday is Cover Lovers. Tuesday is Comic Book Women. They're also doing a new show with Cover Price where they're covering the books 11 through 20 on the list that almost made the hot 10, or their list of the top 10 books. Wednesday is This Week in Geek, and then you're back here with us on Thursdays.
So somebody bought a copy of the Felt and the Supergirl Legion of Superheroes second print.
Oh, really? Just
Yeah.
now?
Rule breakers, man.
Yeah.
All sorts of rule
I
breakers.
I broke the rules tonight too, so I can't say much. I mean, I've
You know,
only done
we
that
used to
now
we used to have
twice.
someone on the show just like searching eBay for when all the books, and then like we could just, we'll bust them. Busted.
Yeah,
Oh, I see the World Tree sale.
the one for $40.
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, that was me. No shame at all. I broke the rules. I told you. We told you at the beginning. Get your eBay ready.
Get
Yeah. So hopefully it shows up on the almost 10 now. And I'll be like, I bought that book. Anyways, thank you again to our sponsors over at Cover Price. Make sure you're using the code Nirvana14 for a 30-day unlimited membership for only 99 cents. I just love how much they're improving this great resource of a tool for comics. Like, it seems like almost daily now at this point.
Yeah, it's a great site. Hey, Liger, hit me up on those. Yeah, man, I totally forgot. I think you hit me those when I was working on the episode 100. Just remind me, and I'll get them on. Not next week, the week after. Just apologies, man. I just going too fast. But yeah, hit me up. We'll get them on.
Make sure to what is it? Make sure to sign up for the text line with Bird City Comics. You can use a code Nirvana for a 10% discount. I haven't heard what they're doing for Black Friday sales, but I know, knowing them over the years, they've always done something very good and amazing. So I would be paying attention to that text line and their website as well. But yeah, hopefully everyone gets to eat lots of turkey, and if you don't eat meat, hopefully you get to enjoy a tofurkey or whatever you eat. So
all right, as soon as you check out, go hop on Leg's eBay sales. I'm sure he's selling some bangers. So
yes. So oh wait, that was the super chat. I forgot to highlight his chat or my chat. Anyways, yeah.
If you don't eat meat, at least hold dick.
And if you don't want to get that reference, just go to the top of the show.
Yeah. And that's where we'll end. Have a good Thanksgiving, y'all.